to Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the founder of the UNIA, Universal Neighborhood Improvement Association. Honor to the members of the Moorish Science of America, here, there, everywhere, all those who proclaim, and all honors to all those who have a desire to know about the truth and the divine truth. Honors to all future leaders, past, present, and future leaders. Honors to all the harbingers who paved the way for Moorish Americans to be leaders of the Moorish Science of America. Today's show, bullying is oppression. Now, I want my brothers and sisters to keep in mind, and all the viewers and all the haters and all the people who love my show, just always remember, when you step to someone who does not desire to fight, is not a coward. The one who is provoking the fight is a coward because of low self-esteem, hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. When we step back and look at all the time through our lives that we've experienced bullying, whether it be a grown man 20, 30, 7 years older than a child who is 9 or 10 years old, 7 years old. You know, it goes a long way. It goes all the way back to slave master and slave, because the people who do the bullying have the most fear. People who do the bullying have low self-esteem, and they think that they're more powerful, more better than, but yet they're the one who has the most problems because they feel like they're entitled. They feel like because they're bigger than, they can bully anybody. And this has nothing to do with social media, because anybody can bully somebody on social media. I'm talking about live, real action bullying. And one thing I don't like, personally, people in me Moore's life, I don't like, is seeing a woman or a young man or a child being bullied by an adult, or someone who is older than, or someone who's a foreigner, and they don't think that there's somebody there who is likely a relative. What people don't understand, and I'm going to tell you where all this bullying comes from. It all comes from home. It all starts at home. It all starts with what the child is being revealed. When they see the father is bullying the mother, the child sees that. And now the father and mother both take the anger and frustration out on the child. I'm a strong person in faith in the teachings in the Bible where it says, honor thy father, thy mother, that their days be long upon the earth land which Lord thy God, Allah, have given thee. And spirit of rod, spirit of child. Mothers and fathers pretty much don't distress your children. I'm a strong person of faith in that. Whether people disagree, whether they have low self-esteem, no love for themselves, they hate themselves, and my thing is this: no one has a right to step in a person's personal boundaries, number one. Number two, no one has a right to disrespect anybody who feel like they can't defend themselves. Me personally, when love, truth, peace, freedom is violated, just as much as take its course. I had a youngster I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Doing my work. Going by a neighborhood. Next thing I know, doing some going at their hood. Yeah, I'm from such and such and such and such. Oh, you one of them ones, huh? Okay. This is my hood. Bro, you don't even know how to pay rent. Bro, you don't know how to or you don't even know how to balance a checkbook. You don't even know how to balance finances. So how you gonna sit here go audacity tell me this is your hood like you the mayor or something? You ain't no mayor. You still wet behind the ears. You still got that Similac on your breath, you know? How you gonna come over here and swear at me? Now you come over here and I'm gonna step out the car and I'm gonna sock you dead in your chest. And if I feel like I'm gonna be real happy to sock you dead in your throat. Cause that's justice. First and foremost, I'm an old school brother. Old school people don't play them childish games. Been there, done that. When a man grows up, he put away childish things. And I'm not with them childish games. See, these youngsters out here, I'll be real with you. A lot of these youngsters see me, when they step to me, they already know what time it is. Because it's called giving off that energy. It's the energy you give off to make people back off of you. And the only reason why I'm speaking on this topic is not because I got a bully. No, that ain't going to happen. Because my thing is this. When someone disrespect me, or I disrespect them, and it's indirectly, majority of the time it's indirectly, right? Or more, sometimes it's directly because it deserved to happen. But when I disrespect somebody, and I didn't mean it, I'm going to man up and say, look, I'm wrong. I apologize. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I bullied somebody. I feel good about myself. I got this high self-esteem. No, I'm not going to say that. But one thing I'm going to say is I got morals. To be Moorish American Muslim, to be your brother man Moorish lifer, to be Moorish, is to have morals. The word to morals is more. Is the love. So this is what's really going on in our society, that majority of your young people, regardless of ethnicity, nationality, or whatever, they feel like they're entitled. They feel like they can get over on the old people, and all of a sudden now you are big bad almighty and you can dominate anybody. You better check that playbook. You better check that person's resume. You better look in their eyes and check that spirit. Because once that spirit comes out and let you know they're not playing, you about to get floored, Joe. A lot of these old school people like myself, we don't play those games. I respect the young people. I respect my elders. But I don't tolerate nobody who disrespects me. Such as Supersonic Link 123. Yeah, I see you over here wolfing at the mouth because you don't know the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to even waste my time giving you a shout out, because you know what? You're not even my speed. You're not even the type of person I even want to get into it with, because I know you. If you was to face me, you wouldn't live messing with me, and that's guaranteed. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to handle my business. Whether you want to accept it or not, whether you want to be a hater, because haters are like a sore thumb. They expose themselves. You're like an HIV virus. So I'm going to explain what I know. This is my show. So we need to understand and get something straight. That we don't be playing childish games, and we're not the ones to be messed with. And I'm not sitting here to blow smoke upon nobody. I'm not here to intimidate nobody, but I'm here to call the justice what it truly is. Supersonic, you just been You just been silenced. Goodbye. So I'm not gonna sit here and tolerate the disrespect. Now, this is what you call male dominance. People like Supersonic who always got something negative to say. Who is all up in my Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. That's what we use. That's how we used to talk back in the day. Why you on my case for? What's your problem? What you porking with me? What's up? Cause see, if you got a problem with me, we can see each other, brother. That's real. You got signs for 24 hours, but you see that picture of me right there? Do you see that picture of me? That's a Moorish warrior. That's who I am. That's what I'm about. And if you want to keep your life, you stay out my chat. You stay off my page. You stay off my live. Because I'm Moorish life and I'm about that life. So, just so you know, it's a warning. You come again and step to me the wrong way, I'm going to see you in person, yo. I'm going to meet you where you at. And best believe, when I get you socking you dead in your throat, I'm going to really silence you. I'm going to silence you and I'm going to silence your life. So you better watch yourself. And that's real. So, as I was saying, we got bullies like this cartoon character right here. Ain't about that life. Number one, I'm coming straight from the streets. That's number one. Number two, I'm not the one you want to mess with. Number three, I'm on this channel to promote the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me Allah, God. So I'm not going to even, you know what? I'm glad this cartoon character came up on my live anyways, because you know why? He ain't nothing. But moving right along, we got these young people out here and these old timers who's running along with them and causing all this catastrophe and all this hardship. We got people who are gang members, but they love their people. They love their family. They love people who they meet for the first time. And they're truly about that life, and they will never to do anything except on their toes. Now, me personally, I know a few. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to broadcast who I know and what I know. But I can guarantee you, I'll go up in anybody's hood. It's going to be peace when I step in hood. Especially when I step in camouflage. I'm going to give you one scenario. A youngster, a more younger version of myself. I remember one time, at that time I was a Muslim. I took my Shahada, you know what I'm saying. And I knew I was outnumbered by gang members in the hood. And I happened to have a wrong color t-shirt on that day and another shirt on top of it that supposedly represent their hood, so to speak. But he looked at me and said, "Oh, hey, what's up? Who is you, cuz?" I was like, "Oh, assalamu alaikum, brother." "Oh, wa alaikum salam, brother. Oh, I didn't know you were a Muslim. I'm Muslim too." And they were, me and the brothers were drunk. You smell the Budweiser, the alcohol on their breath and all that. That stuff was foul, right? And they told me how they Muslim, they took the Shahada and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying? And I got a pass. But they're drunk, they're not going to remember me after all these years, you know what I'm saying? But I managed to get through without having a scratch done on me. But by me being a Muslim, you see what I'm saying? I managed to not fight the people who look just like me, who are kin to me, may or may not be from a distance, distant relatives or whatever, and I refuse to fight anybody who looks like me. Because I'm not making no sense of the whole demonstration, but because young people are looking at me. They're monitoring everything I do. So I can't sit here and try to make war with people who look just like me, because I'm more of a separatist than just a person who is dark skinned like me or whatever. But we all have to. There's everything in life we have to do. We have to play a role. There's a time for war and there's a time for peace. There's a time to stand up for yourself. There's a time to back down. And sometimes backing down makes peace. All right, bro, that's how you feel. All is well. Islam. You say praise God, praise the Lord. Okay, praise God, Allah, Islam, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. No, but it's all about perception, and that's one thing that this generation, the millennium generation, with the ones I'm speaking of, have lost sight in respect and honor of the mother and father and the elders. And I'm not speaking amongst all of them. I'm only speaking amongst the ones who are applied to. Now, we got people on the YouTube channel. We got someone who does a beast, a straight gangster, whatever. And, you know, he Christian. You know, praise Allah to the brother. Brother criminal out there. You know what I'm saying? Doing the beats and all that stuff. Praise Allah for him. He Christian. He cool. I'm cool with the brother. I ain't pressed his flesh, but the brother got some pretty cool beats, though. You know, criminal. Forgot his channel, but yeah. Subscribe to his channel. But what I'm saying is, anybody who is being oppressed by the bully or whoever it may be, you can always turn your life over. But it doesn't mean you're going to accept somebody putting their hands on you. You have a right to defend yourself at all costs. I don't care what these slave patrol police officers have to say. I'm calling the facts what it is. To all my subscribers out there, to all those out there who are being bullied, and all honors to all those who stand up to the bully, and all those who back down from a bully, because backing down from a fight is the best thing you can do, because guess what? You're not losing your teeth. Your eyes not swollen, your face and cheeks is not swollen. You ain't got no broken ribs or broken bones. It's best to leave a situation peace at all costs. But now when you are backed into a situation, then yeah, you're gonna have to defend yourself at all costs. That's how my pops raised me. But family, it's all about, before you go into combat, it's all about war. It's all about what you're gonna do. You're gonna be peaceful about the situation. You're gonna be war about the situation. Me personally, I'm not gonna be a dumb person and go up at someone's hood and start trouble for what? What is they gonna get me? Hardship. That means I'm about to come back after I heal up and blast on all of them with an AK-47 or a Glock 9mm or something, or 22. Where's the honor in that? So if I get into a physical altercation with a person who is drunk, what's the whole purpose of me fighting someone who is drunk when I'm sober and they're not? Where's the honor in that? See, I'm created this show for a reason, because I want the brothers and sisters to understand. Just because someone is drunk, they're going to speak their mind and the truth is going to come out. But it doesn't mean that you're going to have to get up and verbally and intimidate them and make them feel less than, because they already have a low vibration. Now, when you understand certain things and vibrations in life and energies, you tend to know when to fight and when not to. See, somebody can throw gang signs at me all they want. That don't scare me. I look at them like they're speaking sign language or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, that ain't gonna happen to me. Nope, not at all. The most important thing, family, is to make peace. Treat people how you want to be treated. A person can size me up sometimes, whatever. And I had this happen to me recently. And my people was with me. This dude kept sizing me up. So I was in the left lane, he was in the right lane. He gave me like a mean, evil, dirty look or something. Some sodomite dude. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by sodomite is a dude who like to have sex with dudes. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at dude like, why he, why you all up in my ride, right? Look at dude. I said, bro, what's up? What you want to? We got a problem? We good? We straight? Then he threw his hands up like a fat kid, like a gay dude, or whatever, bro. Don't sit here and try to play that thuggish thing with me, bro, because I'm truly not in the mood. That's number one. It's late at night, and I don't feel like fighting you. Because if I fight you, you're gonna lose messing with me. Because once my target's locked, I already know what I'm aiming for when I fight. So I'm so sharp and so skilled. Even my offspring will tell you, like, I'll throw down real quick. I won't even give somebody 15. I won't give somebody 5 rounds. I'll give them one quick round, one, 2 rounds. That's it. It's over with. But that's what I mean by somebody like to be bullying me. It happened, yeah, on my streets in my own city, but ain't not gonna do nothing. Whatever. I don't care if the dude's gay. Shoot, I'll fight him. But he better not step out that car with me, because the same driver's seat he's sitting in, when I sock him in his chest, he gonna be sitting back in that seat when I get through with him. Be gasping for air. He can't even say 911, nor he can be able to read 911, because he's gonna be so what's the word I'm looking for? He's going to be so confused about his situation. I hit him so hard in his chest, he's going to be gasping for air, and 911 won't even be his first result. It's going to be gasping for air. But it's always, sometimes life and situation, it got to be like that. We got to set it up to people. And I don't like bullies. Matter of fact, I don't like them. I love them because you know why? They say who they are. They show who they are. And the thing is about them ones is that they feel so low of themselves to the point where they enhance that evil spirit to go out, pick on somebody and bully somebody. Me personally, by all means, you want to try me, let's go. As soon as you want to touch me, put your hands on me, I'm straight socking them. That's it. One good one. That's it. That's all these. One good punch. Straight to them. Straight up. It's over with. Laid out. It's out for the count. I don't need no boxing gloves. I can fight with my fist. But one thing is, you got your different types of bullies. Number one, the first bully is like to intimidate people who they think they're not going to do something. And one of the brothers gave me the best advice and said, brother, there's something about you. You speak to your people, your neighbors and all that stuff. But he said, you got another side to you. And he said, you'll really hurt somebody when you get angry. I don't know how he knew that, but brother was on point. Shout out to my brother, man, out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. He knows. This brother's like 6'3", 6'4". I'm shorter than he is. But the thing is, a person can go through all this trials and tribulations and all this drama. You have drama going on in the family. Somebody could have passed away. Something happened or whatever with a family member or someone that's dear and close to them or whatever the case may be. And one day, here comes Mr. Bully Boogie, man. Wants to bully you and try you. And one day, you ain't going to even think you just gonna snap and you just gonna start throwing jabs at them. You're gonna do a real good quick crossover just to knock them out. It's gonna take 5-6 jabs to knock this dude out. And then when you get through blacking out of the situation, and then when you come back to reality, you don't even know what happened or how dude got knocked out. You just remember dude bullied you, and then next thing you know, the dude ended up on the floor. And I'm gonna tell you where that black tunnel vision comes from. It comes from adrenaline. It comes in when you really need it most. And sometimes that's not always the best. Because the prophet Buddha said, the strong man is not the wrestler. The strong man controls himself when he is angry. And I'm sitting down and I'm listening to the divine prophet Buddha in honor to Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius, the divine prophets. You draw what I'm saying? It helps you control your lower self. Your lower self-esteem, I should say. For those who don't know what the lower self is. Lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, stuff, and everything that harms. But when we start understanding that a group of people whose ancestors suffered slavery through all these years, it passes down from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. Once you understand what year your great grandfather was and the oppression that he suffered or whatever, now you understand why you think the way you do. You understand why your grandmothers and grandpops, both sides of the family, say thus and so, thus and so. Now your perceptions change because now you can't think how you used to think. You can't think how the slave boy, the nigger boy, the nigger boy, the nigger boy, the nigger girl, the nigger girl, whatever you want to call it, the chinks, the what do you call that? The spics or whatever, how they call them, wetbacks and all this other stuff. Yeah, all these names that allude to slavery, all these slanderous names. You know what I'm saying? And all this is all part of the agenda of negativity of what they speak. The Ku Klux Klan, what they speak is because they feel like they're better than them and they feel like they're privileged. And this is why they talk. I speak like this because I'm giving them examples, not because I'm advocating for their teachings. I will never advocate for their teachings because they're the biggest bullies. Matter of fact, your Ku Klux Klan is your doctors, your lawyers, your prosecutors, your judges, your nurses, your fire department. As in the brother of El Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, Malcolm X said that a lot of the Ku Klux Klan traded those white sheets and uniforms for police uniforms and being judges and etc., etc. They did. He's not lying. He's telling the truth. So we got bullies coming from all sorts of life. All ethnicities, all nationalities. Somebody wants some type of dominance. And the worst crew to be part of is the mafia. And people lose their life. Taking someone else's life. Life for a life. Death for death. Gang banging in the streets. Gang banging in all these nations or so-called nations, these islands and stuff. These prosecutors, these people in public office who are governing Washington, D.C. All your military, that's all gang banging. And to impose a democracy. Well, all that stuff is going to come to an end. And I'm just going to be real and say it like that. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing anything to teach the young people of the difference between right and wrong, and your brother Ben Morris life hear it all the time from random people, and if it doesn't make dollars, it don't make sense. I get worse from people like, oh, everybody knows the difference between right and wrong. No, not everybody knows the difference between right and wrong. Trust me. If the people knew the difference between right and wrong, including the so-called white people, trust me, they would have a conscience. And a person who knows between right and wrong have a conscience. That's the difference. They hear one voice, they hear another. No, not because they're schizophrenic. No. It's the voices within. One is the God Allah talking to you, and the other one is the devil talking to you. So these are the voices that we have in our thoughts. So our pineal gland, which majority all of us Asiatics have, and some Europeans got it, but 90% of them don't have it. That's why they act so evil. They think because they wear all white, and they think because they're privileged, they think that makes them white. Whatever. But that's besides the truth. See, these things are hidden, but people can't explain it. The reason for the bullying is because of the behavior. And if brothers and sisters don't understand why people are bullying and why people are like this, you're going to be lost in the sauce because you're not studying behavior. You're not studying yourself. Protecting your family at all costs. That's what's important. I don't care what the Slave Patrol police officers say. I really don't. You hurt that person, you're going to jail. Well, fine. I'd rather be in jail for protecting my family at all costs. That's the type of person I am. That's how I roll. I don't like nobody to be bullying nobody, especially my family. And sometimes people don't know the difference between right and wrong, and they just act because this is what they're told to do. This is what their thoughts tell them to do. Nothing else. When you bully someone, do you realize that you're intimidating and you're trying to put fear into somebody? Trust me, I've experienced that amongst gang members or whatever. To this day, I don't have no animosity towards any gang member or whatever. If there's a problem with me, you got a problem with me, well, okay, let's solve it then. That's just how I roll. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you're going to do in certain situations. You're going to make peace with the people, or you're going to make war with the people. There's one side that's going to come out, and the other side is going to remain silent within yourself. But in order to understand how to deal with bullies, is you got to see how far they're going to go. And once you see how far they're going to go, that's it. And then once you see that certain person does not serve your best interest, and you have no personal issue, but that person wants to make a personal issue with you, yeah, you stand up for what your views are. You stand up for what you know is right. And if they really feel that bad about you, shoot, I'll be happy to defend myself. Be happy to threaten somebody. You threaten me, I'm gonna threaten you back. Because this ain't gonna be no playground sandbox fight. This is gonna be two grown people fighting. It's all about self-defense. But you have to carry out in a certain way depending upon the situation. Me, I can't do all that stuff like I used to as a youngster. But I will defend myself. I will let it be known. I'd rather make peace with a person who's my enemy before I do harm to them. If I can't make peace with them, then I'll leave them alone. But at the end of the day, I care whoever this person was. Supersonic, Blink, 123. Yeah, I bet you was a big swindler too. Swindler. So it's all about how you deal with certain circumstances, situations, how you deal with people. Me personally, real easy person to get along with. You know, one for the people as I want for myself. If I got it, you need it, okay. Here's $1. Here's $5. But at the end of the day, it's all about doing what's right. Sometimes in life, you gotta make example out of the bully and watch how that bully is gonna be floored and knocked out. And this goes for my family members, my elders. Reputation travels, yo. It does. And I'm gonna be real with you. It's worth it. But when people hear about you, hear your name, they're gonna go the other way. It's like, for me, and I hope my brothers and sisters and my viewers and my young people feel about this. If it was up to, if it was really going down to my father and my mother going into a brawl with whoever, hypothetically, I'm jumping in. Because messing with my mother and father is like messing with my bloodline. Messing with the generation. So I'm going to defend them at all costs. But I'm no fool, because I'm not going to go out there and pick a fight. It's not wise to go out there and go pick fight with somebody because you feel like you got the best of them or whatever. That's not wise. That's ignorant. That's stupidity. This channel, this show today is really mainly about for my young people out there and all those young adults who go through bullying. Because you thought bullying would be over in high school. No, that thing is going to keep going. I thought it was going to end. But this goes out to all those people who don't have a father figure. And the young people just need somebody to talk to. Somebody they can reason with. And a lot of our communities now, the fathers ain't even in the house, so it's just mama raising them. So what do you expect the child to get into? It ain't got no father to talk to or give him advice. All he gonna do is fight. Sometimes we gotta pick and choose our battles, family. There's times that we're gonna have to acknowledge things for what it truly is, not what we assume it to be. But by all means, young people, when you out there on them streets, make peace. Don't get caught up into someone else's mess, even if it's a young girl you like or a young woman you like. Or rephrase the young girl part, the young woman. Don't get caught up in that. She with somebody, let it be. somebody better. But at the end of the day, it's all about making peace with yourself first. Acknowledging your rights, which you do is right, your good behavior. Acknowledge your wrongs, which is your bad behavior. Acknowledge both of them and see where you stand. And continue to work on yourself. Because I know there's times that we just want to let loose because we're angry. I understand all that. I've been there, done that. I remember one time I had to vent. And trust me, it was worth it, family. It truly was. I lied to you not. And I'm glad I did because it's so much that I held in to the point where I lose myself sometimes. If the person whom I'm speaking of passed away, yes. If they reap what they sow, yes they did. Am I glad they did? Yes, I'm glad 100%. Because no adult has the right to be bullying anybody. And this is what I know. You know, life is precious, family. Allah gives men and women and young children just like He gave Lucifer a free will. So He gave us that free will. The same thing He gave Lucifer. So Allah, or who you call God, is not going to force you to serve Him and do the right thing. But you have free will to make a choice and live with it. You can't say you regret it because it's already happened. When you have enough confidence to stand up for yourself against your own bully, then everything else is going to manifest and unfold. So, just think about doing the right thing, family. That's all you can do. You gotta learn to pick your battles too. It's very important. But I'm not gonna be on this live for too long, family. So I just came on this live to demonstrate what I've seen and what's on my heart and my experiences through this thing called life. And we have to be held accountable for our actions. The lesson say in the Holy Quran of the Circle 7, the Moorish Science of America, divinely revealed by Prophet Noble Jawali, by the guidance of his Father God Allah, said that what you good you can do could also do some harm. So these teachings of Prophet Noble Jawali, you gotta keep it in mind. But just always remember, when love, truth, peace, freedom is violated, justice must then take its course. That's what you have to do, family. But at the end of the day, you gotta be the one to make a choice. I can't make it for you. Your mom and your pop can't make it for you. But stay tuned for more shows. Right now I'm about to depart from you all. Peace of love, Islam. Closes out with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. God is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day. Through the soul Prophet Jawali. Ameen. Islam. Good night, good day, depending on where you are, wherever you listen to the show. I pray that Whatever trials and tribulations you all are going through, I pray that y'all conquer in the name of peace. And for all those people who transgress against you, leave them be. But if not, defend yourself at all costs. Peace and love, family. I'm out. Islam.